Two men are behind bars after allegedly defacing the controversial painting depicting President Jacob Zuma with exposed genitals. The Goodman Gallery in Johannesburg, where the painting is on display, has confirmed the incident. One of the men painted red crosses over the face and genital area of the painting, while the other man smeared black paint over most of it. SABC's Abongile Dumago is at the Goodman Gallery. We now cross over to him. Good afternoon, Abongile. What can you tell us at this stage?
Good afternoon, Asanda. Basically, hundreds of community members, or rather, including the media, are actually converged at the gallery's entrance to kind of find out what actually happened this morning, as reports suggest say that the portrait of President Jacob Zuma has been smudged with plain paint, and there were red crosses that were painted. The media is actually waiting for the authorities inside here to come and give us a word as to what happened and what action are they going to take moving forward, including the fact that there were some reports earlier this week that were suggesting that the owners or the authorities have been receiving death threats. We still want to find out if that is actually linked to today's incident. Asanda.
Thank you, Abongile. That is our reporter who is at the Goodman Gallery, Abongile Dumago. Meanwhile, commenting on the defacing of the painting, ANC Secretary-General Gwede Mandashe says such offensive works of art can only add to racial tensions.
Once you begin to post a painting that is insulting, you're going to see many things. And that's why I'm saying that painting is contributing to racial tensions in the country. It is destroying nation building. It is weakening us as a nation.
Judge John Horn has found that sodomy claims made by Chris Mahlangu against murdered right-wing leader Eugene Tereblanche are completely false and baseless. Mahlangu and Patrick Ndlovu, both farm workers, were on trial for the right-wing leader's murder in the Circuit High Court in Ventersdorp in the northwest. Tereblanche was found bludgeoned to death on his farm 2 years ago. Senior court reporter Candice Klein has the details.
Mahlangu claimed that he killed Eugene Tereblanche in self-defense after he was sodomized and assaulted. But the judge rejected this as baseless lies. Judge John Horn noted that Mahlangu only made the claim after he had heard about the mystery semen-like substance on Tereblanche's private parts. The judge also found that Eugene Tereblanche had been caught off guard by the brutality of the attack. And he found that the motive for the attack could only have been money. The judge also noted that the brutal murder is without justification. The judge found that Mahlangu's failure to explain himself to the court leads to an overwhelming conclusion that he committed the crimes. Candice Klein, SABC News, Ventersdorp.
The Department of Water and Environmental Affairs says it will start pumping acid drainage water out of Gauteng's Western Basin by the end of this month. The department gave Parliament's Portfolio Committee an update on their management of acid mine drainage in the Witwatersrand mining region. Currently, 20 megalitres of acid mine drainage is decanting out of the Western Basin every day. The department will be treating 36 megalitres a day. A spokesperson from the department, Johan Klassen.
In summertime, you may find peaks of decant that goes up to 60 megalitres per day. But the winter flow is around 20. So if we can then go up to 36, it means that we will actually be drawing down the basin. So we're quite hopeful that we could be very soon in a position to state that and to show actually on site that there's no untreated decant flowing from the Western Basin.
South Africa's floral exhibition has won gold at the Chelsea Flower Show in London for the 32nd year. Events manager at Kirstenbosch Gardens, Sarah Strace, says the exhibit takes viewers on a journey through South Africa, showcasing the changing landscapes and unique flora against the backdrop of watercolor paintings of specific locations. The locations depict the Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Mpumalanga. Strace says the exhibit is rich in proteas, aloes and strelitzia. Overseas, a US-based development group has called for domestic violence to be treated as a global humanitarian problem. The International Rescue Committee says the issue is too often ignored and treated as a private matter. The committee has stressed that domestic violence has a public cost, as battered and abused women are less productive and stunt development. The group says the problem is most acute in countries emerging from conflict, particularly in West Africa. The author of the International Crescent of the Red Red Cross report. Elizabeth Rush elaborates.
We heard story after story, both in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and from our colleagues in Cote d'Ivoire, about women being locked in their houses and then having that house set on fire, women having fingers chopped off, women being beaten daily, women being beaten while they were pregnant, and those are really just horrific, unspeakable stories.